Hi everybody and welcome to this edition of You and the Law. You and the Law sets out to discuss the issues of law in society. I hold a view that everybody should have at least an idea of what the law says. My name is Ekemini and I'm a legal practitioner, and I'm always glad to be here discussing law with you. Today I'm discussing an issue that has been sent to me by two persons in my inbox. They're asking me about the rights of women in Nigeria. So I've been asked to make a discussion about it. And it is for that reason that I'm making this video. I also discuss briefly the rights of women under the Nigerian law. Under the Nigerian law, women have equal rights with men. That's the summary of it. So every conceivable right that men have in Nigeria, women have the same rights. There is no discrimination. There is no dichotomy of rights. There is no segregation or separation about the rights that belong to men and the rights that belong to women. So women in Nigeria have equal rights with the men, with the male folk in Nigeria. So that means that all the rights contained in the Constitution of Nigeria are available to men and also available to women. When you look at chapter 4 of the Constitution, it talks about fundamental rights, makes provision for fundamental rights of citizens of the country. So you have the right to life, you have the rights to freedom of movement, you have the rights to freedom of worship, you have the rights to freedom of speech, you have the right to personal liberty. All these rights are available in the Constitution, and they cannot be violated without the law frowning against it. So these rights are available. They are provided without mentioning these rights are available for men or these rights are available only for women. So the rights are available in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for both men and women equally, in equal proportion, without any deduction, without any variation, without any manipulation whatsoever. These rights are available to men and also available to women without any discrimination. So in any other laws in Nigeria are not only contained in the Constitution, we also have laws contained in statutes, that is, acts of National Assembly. You say an act to create this, an act to create that. Every right that is contained in such rights, in such law, those rights are enjoyed by men and also by women equally without any discrimination whatsoever. Modern laws do not mention sex. They do not mention sex because that will be categorization. So modern laws do not categorize male and female separately. No. It is very rare before you see the mention of gender in any law. If it is mentioned to just bring out a point. It is not for purpose of segregation or discrimination. But in the majority of laws, gender is not mentioned. So that means laws are made to be applicable to men and also to women in the Nigerian society. No discrimination whatsoever. But I know that there is an aspect of rights that usually causes controversy, heated controversy in some communities. And that is the aspect that has to do with inheritance. Inheritance has become a serious problem. It's not a new thing. It's been there right from time. But what is the current position of the law as regards inheritance? The current position of the law is that a man who has male children and has female children can have, the estate of a man who had male children and female children can rightly be inherited by both sexes. So if you are a man and you are writing a will, okay, you must write your will to include your female children also. If for any reason a man dies and he doesn't have a will, maybe he just dies unexpectedly and he doesn't have a will, okay, now the question is, what will happen to his estates? What will happen to his property? The law has made it clear, and this is up to the Supreme Court of Nigeria, that the estate of such a man must be distributed to all his children. male and females alike. So there are some traditional beliefs, some customs in some parts of Nigeria where women are traditionally not allowed to inherit the wealth of their parents, the estate of their parents. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has spoken strongly against this. And what the Supreme Court has said is that male and female, God created them together. And therefore, there is need to share the property of the estate to male and female children alike. So that discrimination is not there anymore under the Nigerian law. So what am I saying basically? We must make provision for our female children because the Creator gave them to us, and you have to make provision for them. Just as you have made provision for the male children, you also have to make provision for the female children. And for any woman whose father's inheritance is to be inherited by someone who is not a member, someone who is not a direct beneficiary of your father, you have the right to object to it. You can go to the court and seek your right to be enforced. And your right in this case is the right to the inheritance of your father. So finally, under the Nigerian law, there are rights available in the Constitution and other laws of the Federation and other laws created by the states of the Federation also. These rights are to be enjoyed by men and by women equally without any discrimination whatsoever. Yes, it is possible that when sharing property, maybe the first son should have more than the second, third, and fourth. That's fine. But in sharing, you are not allowed to share and exclude the females. You can share in proportion, but the female child has to be accommodated in the sharing of family property. Male and female, they have equal rights under the Nigerian law, and these rights must be kept sacrosanct at all times, either at the village level or at the town or wherever in the Federation of Nigeria. These rights must be kept sacrosanct. Many thanks for watching this edition. Do follow this channel by clicking the like button or by subscribing so that together we can sit together like this and then discuss law in the most informal way. Many thanks. I remain your friend and host, Kemi Nudin.